What the fuck is up, everyone? Prison Meddler here, back with a re-rank. Y'all may know it as the most voted one, and it's of course Dream Theater. Finally re-ranking it. I've been trying to re-rank it for about a year now, and I did not get the chance to. So since I'm on hiatus on the new rankings, I figure I'll do a re-rank on bands that released an album that I haven't done yet. And it turns out the most votes I got was Dream Theater. So here you go. Dream Theater it is then. So my original ranking is not on YouTube. Well, it's because YouTube blocked it for fucking copyright. All thanks to fucking Susan. But it's available on my BitChute channel. The link's in my about page. I can't put the link in the description because YouTube has a problem with other video platforms, I guess, or whatever the fuck. So, yeah, guys, this is the only way you can get access to the video. Sorry, Susan makes the shitty rules here, not me. But anyway, yeah. Let's go ahead and get started with the ranking. Re-ranking, I should say. Alright, just so you know, this does not include EPs or compilation albums or any of that. Just the fully studio albums only. Just letting y'all know. Alright, so there's 15 albums in total. So starting up with their worst at number 15 is going to be The Astonishing. Oh man, I can't even finish this whole album to tell you the truth. First of all, there's no I mean, yes, it's a rock opera, but there's no reason this should be 2 hours. That's just fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I know they're trying to tell a story, but seriously, if you want to try a story, how about writing a movie, not a fucking album? So yeah, they try to do another rock opera that's over 2 hours, and apparently it didn't work. So there's maybe a few songs I like, but I don't feel like naming them out. There's like over 30 tracks of them, so I just don't feel like naming them out. So I give this a 2 out of 5. It's poor. So I would give this a 1.5 out of 5, but I wouldn't say it's a bad album. I just think it's piss poor, that's all. So yeah, Astonishing is probably their worst album, in my opinion, and that's at number 15. Up next at number 14 is A Dramatic Turn of the Events. This album was really disappointing, to be honest. The reason why I put this above The Astonishing is because it's not over 2 hours and it's just not stupid, unlike The Astonishing. So that's why I put this a little bit above The Astonishing. This is their first album without Mike Portnoy since he left the band in 2010. This album came out in 2011, and this I just don't like the production, and it just sounds really rushed. And this is their first album with his first name is Mike, but I can't pronounce his last name, but you know who I'm talking about. Even though his drumming did improve a lot more, I'll give it that. But this album is just not good. But there is a few songs I do like from Dramatic Turning Events. So the songs I do like from here, there's actually four. Songs I like is On the Back of Angels, Build Me Up, Break Me Down, Bridges in the Sky, and Breaking All Illusion. So these are the four tracks I do like. So I'm also giving this a 2 out of 5. Just a poor album, to be honest. It's just really disappointing. I don't know about you guys, but I find this album severely disappointing. So yeah, Dramatic Turn of Events will have to be my second least favorite at number 14. Number 13, I have their newest album, A View from the Top of the World. Now, I did a review on this and I kind of bashed it a little bit. I may not dislike it. I wouldn't say I dislike it anymore. It did grow on to me a little bit, but not too much. I still think this is an overrated album in my opinion. It didn't grow into me that much, and I'm still not a fan of the direction where they do with the 8 string guitars. They just do not. It just did not work with Dream Theater in my opinion. I just think they should. I think. John Petrucci should stop using 8 string guitars, okay? That's just too low for it just sounds way too low. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like the sound of 8 string. Whenever I want to hear music with 8 string guitars, it should be like Meshuggah or something really, really heavy. But here it's just unnecessary, and it just doesn't fit with Dream Theater. So yeah, but there's a few songs I do like in this album. So the songs I do like from A View from the Top of the World is The Alien, Answering the Call, Invincible Monster, and Sleeping Giant. So yeah, guys, I would give this a 2.5 out of 5. It's an okay album. I don't dislike. I somewhat like it, but I think it's overrated. Many people says that this is their best Dream Theater album in years. I disagree, to be honest. I strongly disagree. I think this is a very overrated album, and I think it's one of their weakest album. I used to say I did say that this was their worst album at first, but not anymore. But it's definitely low in my list. So yeah, View from the Top of the World will have to be at number 13 for me. All right, number 12, I got Distance Over Time. This album came out in 2019. This album is decent. It's just Dream Theater being Dream Theater. What do you expect? It did have more improved drums from the drummer. I forgot his last name. But yeah. It's just Dream Theater being Dream Theater. I don't have much words for this album for this. So the songs I do like from here are Paralyzed, Barstool Warrior, S2N, and Pale Blue Dot. That's about it. So yeah, guys, it's a decent album. So I give this a 3 out of 5. So yeah, decent album. It's nothing special or anything about this album to tell you the truth, but yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and move on. So Distance Over Time will have to be at number 12. All right, number 11. I have this may piss y'all off. It's going to be Octavarium. Originally, this was going to be at number 12, which I will explain that in a bit. Octavarium, in my opinion, it's my least favorite Dream Theater album in the Mike Portnoy era. I know many of you would say their debut album's the worst one with Mike Portnoy or Falling Into Infinity, but as for this album, I think it's the worst one with Mike Portnoy in it. I just think this is an overrated album, mainly because the first half of this album just bores me, except for the first track, The Root of Evil, or whatever that track is. So yeah, after that, it just went downhill, but then it got much better, starting with Panic Attack, and it got much better through the rest of the album. So the first half of the album just bores me, to tell you the truth. So, but there's some songs I do like. So the songs I do like are Root of All Evil, Panic Attack, definitely, Never Enough, Sacrifice Sons, and my favorite Dream. This is my favorite Dream Theater song of all time, and that is Octavarium, the closing track, the 24-minute track. That song is just fucking epic. Yeah, amazing track, but I just think the album itself is overrated because mainly the first. I mean, I know many people will put this higher, mainly because of the closing track, Octavarium, and I agree that's an amazing song, but I would have ranked it higher if the first half didn't bore me a bit, so that's why I put this low. So I'm also giving this a 3 out of 5. So Octavarium comes in at number 11. Number 10, I got their debut album, When Dreams and Days Unite. This is their only album without James LaBrie on vocals. I forgot the singer's name. Yeah, this is the only album without James LaBrie in it. This album came out in 1989. So, yeah, it's an underrated album debut. A lot of people put this lower. I can understand why because of the production, but I don't mind it, to be honest. But there's plenty of songs I actually do like. The songs I do like from here are A Fortune of Lies, the instrumental track, the Yeatsy Jam, The Killing Hand, Afterlife, and Only a Matter of Time. So these are the songs I do like. Decent, really decent album. It definitely matched their sound, but I feel like there's better albums than this, to tell you the truth. But it's a cool debut for them. So yeah, Dreams and Day Unite will have to be at number 10. So it's a 3 out of 5, I should say. So yeah, number 10. All right, number 9. A lot of people really hate this album, and I somewhat understand why, and that would be Falling Into Infinity. I know most of you guys would put this a lot lower. Now, when I did listen to this first time, I think back in 2008, 2008 or 2009. I was so bored with this album, and then I decided to give this lot of chances, and it actually grew into me a lot more. So I wouldn't be surprised if many people put this a lot low, but nowadays it's at number 9. It's still not. I still don't think it's their best, but I would have put this at the bottom if I was new to them. But I'm not new to this band, so yeah, I've listened to Dream Theater for so many years now. So yeah, I've been a metalhead for like 15 or 16 or 17 years. So yeah, yeah, guys, I'm not new to Dream Theater, just so you know. So yeah, guys, but there's plenty of songs I do like. The songs I do like from here are New Millennium, You Not Me. You Not Me kind of has this grunge sound to it. Peruvian Skies, the instrumental track, Hell's Kitchen. No, not the Gordon Ramsay Hell's Kitchen. There's an instrumental track called Hell's Kitchen, and no, it's not Gordon Ramsay. Has nothing to do with it. Carb, sorry. Lines in the Sand, Just Let Me Breathe, and Trial of Tears. So these are the songs I do like. I would actually give this a 3.5 out of 5. It's a good album, but it's not perfect or anything. I mean, yeah, there's some fillers here and there, but it's not a bad album at all, you guys. Yeah, this may bore you, but just like it did with me the first few times I listened to it, but this album has definitely grown to me a whole lot. So yeah, Falling into Infinity will have to be at number 9 for me. All right, number 8. I have Systematic Chaos. Really solid album. I notice my camera angles are a lot smoother now. But anyway, yeah, Systematic Chaos. Really solid album, I should say. Really great, good album. So, it's pretty much my thoughts on Distance Over Time. It's just Dream Theater being Dream Theater, but it still sounds great though. It sounds good. So the songs I do like from here are In the Presence of Enemies Part 1, Forsaken, The Dark Eternal Night is a great song. Repentance, The Ministry of Lost Souls, and The Presence of Enemies Part 2. So these are the tracks I do like from this album. It's a good album though, but it's not my favorite thing. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5. It's good. So Systematic Chaos will have to be at number 8 for me. Number 7. I may piss some people off, but it's whatever. And it's going to be Awake. Yeah, sorry, guys. I know that many people. Usually people would put this either at number 3 or 2, but this is at number 7 for me. Mainly because there's some songs I think are filler. That's probably why I put this lower than it should be. But there's a shit ton of songs I do like from Awake. This doesn't mean I dislike it or anything, but there's a shit ton of songs I do like. So the songs I like from Awake is 6 O'Clock, Caught in a Web, Innocence Faded, Erotomania, The Mirror Lie, Scarred, and Space Divest. So these are the songs I do like from Awake. It's a good album though, but I don't love or anything. I just think it's kind of overrated because there's a few songs that I think are filler, but I do like it though. So I give this I'm also giving this a 3.5 out of 5. So Awake will have to be at number 7 for me. All right, from 6 to 1 is where I like all songs. So just letting y'all know. So at number 6, I got their self-titled album. No, it's not their debut. It's just their self-titled album. This album came out in 2013, and in my opinion, I think this is the best Dream Theater album in the post Portnoy era. I just think it's a lot better than their last album, The Dramatic Turn of the Events. Much better. It's very well produced. It doesn't sound rushed. It's so much better. I love all the songs. there's 9 of them. False Awaiting Suite, which is just an intro for the album. The Enemy Inside, The Looking Glass, the instrumental Enigma Machine, Bigger Picture, Behind the Veil, Surrender to Reason, Along for the Ride, and the 22-minute track, Illumination Theory. So yeah, these are all the tracks I do like. I think the reason why I think this is probably my favorite one with the Mike Portnoy era is because the songs are shorter than usual. I mean, I love don't get me wrong, I like the longer Dream Theater songs, but as for the songs like from their new album, the 20-minute track, that song is just too ridiculous to be 20 minutes. It's mainly because the post Portnoy era, the longer songs are just so open space, except for the Illumination Theory track. I think they did well with that, but as for the longer songs, it's just very open space. This one here, they're just very great with their timing here. So yeah, I think that's the best one. I feel like Dream Theater could do like a little shorter songs, it would sound better. And no, just because the song is longer, that doesn't mean it's better. Okay, so don't get me wrong. Though this why not long? It doesn't automatically mean it's better. Okay, just stop with that bullshit. But anyway, yeah, it's great. 4 out of 5. So yeah, great album. This comes in at number 6. All right, number 5. I have Black Clouds and Silver Lining. I think I put this at number 3 on my original ranking, but it dropped down to 5. Probably their most underrated one, mainly because this is their final album with Mike Portnoy on drums, and it just ended with a bang on it. It's just a perfect way to end the album with the final important band member here. So yeah, guys. This is a really great album. There's only 6 songs I do like. There's only 6 songs, and they're all amazing. Jesus Christ. All right, so there's the 6 song. There's only 6 songs. A Nightmare to Remember, A Rite of Passage, Wither, The Shadow Fortress. The Shadow Fortress is the final song in the 12 suite thing, or whatever it's called, on Mike Portnoy's Drinking Habit. That's the final one in the 12 suite series. The Best of Times. The Best of Times is a really amazing song. It's about Mike Portnoy's father because he was dying during the time they recorded that song, and he finally got the chance to listen before he dies. And it's kind of a sad song. And one of my favorite songs of all time from theater is The Count of Tuscany. I just love that song because it's the final one with Mike Portnoy in it. I don't know if it's the final one recorded, but it just epically closes off with a bang on this one. This is definitely a perfect way to close the album, The Count of Tuscany. That song is just amazing. So yeah, Black Clouds of Silver Lining. Originally, I would give this a 4 out of 5, but it's now a 4.5 out of 5. So originally this was a 4 out of 5, but now it's 4.5 out of 5. I would give it that. So yeah, guys, amazing album, very underrated too. So yep, Black Clouds and Silver Linings will have to be at number 5 for me. All right, number 4, I got 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence. Yeah, great album, amazing album. This album is just amazing from start to finish. There's all the tracks. There's 6 of them. The Glass Prison, which is the first part of Mike Portnoy's Sweet Substitute, whatever that shit's called. Blind Faith, Misunderstood, The Great Debate, Disappear, and there's this too, which is one song, and the song is actually 42 minutes, but it has different segments on it, which I'm not gonna name. I don't want to bother naming it. Oh, hello. No, you're good. Sorry, guys. Sorry about all this. I didn't know there's people behind me, so I thought someone was. I hear people behind me, and they got my attention. So yeah, I just have to go inside now. So in case I'm starting cussing or anything like that, I was not aware that there's someone behind me. So yeah, I just have to go inside now because yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and continue where we left off. And I probably should not do this during the day. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue. All right, guys. So let's continue. Let's finish this off. All right. So yeah, this is amazing. I just forgot where we left off. I tried to rewatch that part, but yeah, I also giving us a 4.5 out of 5. 6 degrees of inner turbulence will have to be at number 4 for me. All right. Number 3. Originally I'm gonna go ahead and finish this video because it got really awkward earlier. So, it's just a neighbor of mine. I'm not saying names here, so don't get too nosy. I didn't know someone was behind me, so and you guys know that I'm not starting trouble or cussing or anything. So I got lucky here, so I should probably check my surroundings before I start recording videos or something like that. So it got really awkward. I mean, it's friendly and all. We're good. So yeah. Anyway, let's continue. Number 3, I got Train of Thought. So originally this was my number 1 favorite, but it dropped down to 3 for some apparent reason. But I still love this album, though. Don't get me wrong. This is definitely their heaviest album. It's very heavy from start to finish. So, yeah. I love all the tracks. So here's all the songs: As I Am, This Dying Soul, Endless Sacrifice, Honor Thy Father, Vacant, the instrumental Stream of Consciousness, and In the Name of God. So yeah, all the songs I do like from this album. This is an amazing album, so this also gets a 4.5 out of 5. So yeah, guys, really amazing album. So Train of Thought will have to be at number 3 for me. All right, number 2, I have Metropolis Part 2, Scenes from a Memory. This is a rock opera album, and it's done well from, unlike The Astonishing. This is a really amazing album from start to finish. So, this is a concept album, so, as let me know. And I love all the tracks on there. So, here's all the tracks. I'm not naming out scene 1, scene 2, or whatever. I'm just naming out the songs. Regression, Overture, 1980, Strange Deja Vu. Tracks 2 and 3 are one song, but for some reason they are separated. Through My Words, Fatal Tragedy, Beyond This Life, Through Her Eyes, Home, The Dance of Eternity, One Last Time, The Spirit Carries On, and Finally Free. Excuse me. So yeah, guys, really great, amazing fucking album. Definitely a classic album. So I'm also giving this a 4.5 out of 5. What do you expect here? So yeah, guys, Metropolis Part 2, Scene from a Memory, definitely a classic album. So yeah, Metropolis Part 2, Scenes from the Memory ends up at number 2 for me. All right. Number 1. Number 1 is definitely going to be Images and Words. I forgot the last time. I remember putting it lower on my original rank, but now it rise right up to number 1. So, yeah, Images and Words is definitely at the top spot now. This is a perfect album. So I love all the tracks. So as let me know. So here's the all the songs. Pull Me Under, Another Day, Take the Time, Surrounded, Metropolis Part 1, The Miracle and the Sleeper, Under a Glass Moon, Wait for Sleep, and Learning to Live. So, yeah. Images and Words, definitely an perfect album. If you haven't listened to this album, you definitely want to check this album out. It's just fucking perfect. So as you may know, I said fucking, so good thing I have to go inside because it'll probably get even more awkward. And so yeah, 5 out of 5. What do you expect? So yeah, sorry, I just can't stop thinking of the awkward situation here. So anyway, yeah, Images and Words. got in. We went to number one for me. All right, guys. So that is my re-ranking of Dream Theater. So what is your ranking? Let me know in the comments. And lesson learned, you guys: don't record videos outside of your house. Because, and if you're going to do it, make sure you check your surroundings. Make sure there's no kids outside because I got really lucky. This was a fucking wake-up call for me. Don't cuss too much. Well, I don't think I did as far as I know of on around that time. So make sure I'll do it at night because there's barely anyone at night and I should be fine. I mean, I know how to keep my voice down or anything like that. So yeah, guys. I mean, no, I didn't get in trouble. There's no altercation or anything like that. It's all good. I barely know this person, just so you know. I just hear someone in the background, so that's why I stopped and had to look. And he said, "Oh, hi," and I was like, "Oh, hello." I don't even know this person, so yeah. To tell you the truth, so that's why I decided to finish this off inside. So yeah, that's why I have to move to a different location now. So yeah, sorry about this awkwardness. I know this may be funny to y'all, but it kind of is to me. So, yeah, here we go. All right, guys. So, that's the video. So, my next one will either be Soulfly or Deftones. It's pretty much of a tie here now on my polls. So, I'll probably redo the poll now. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. So, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to me if you haven't. Click the bell and notifications. Whatever the fuck, I forgot my outro catchphrase, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get the fuck out of here. So, signing out.